Hello, thank you for joining me today to review the UC application presentation for the class of 2023. I'm Mrs. Goldstein, one of the 6 counselors here at Mission Hills High School, and we're glad you joined us. Please note this presentation is in PowerPoint form so that as you go through the presentation, you can go ahead and click on the live links. So today what we're going to discuss are some UC application resources, important dates and deadlines, the application requirements, and then take a look at the application itself. As you can see, there are 9 UC campuses, 1 application. If students want to learn more about each of the 9 campuses, they can go ahead and click on any of these to go directly to the website. Here are some important resources to remember as you're working through the application process. Who can you get help from? Your school counselors. We're here for you. We want to make sure that you are successful and that you submit those applications on time and accurately. So please do not be shy. Reach out with anything that you need from us. The Future Center is also a great resource. They are open from 7:30 to 4 every day. No appointments needed. You can pop by to get support as well. And then also after Tuesday, October 11th, counselors will actually be in the Future Center every Tuesday before school starts to assist students with any sort of application, whether it's the CSU, UC, Common App, financial aid. We will be in there available to you to help you out with any of your applications. Some other great additional resources are the UC help system directly, resources for undocumented youth, college application fee waiver information, as well as some freshman data. Here is also the UC help desk directly. You can email them, you can call, and then they do have seasonal hours based off of it being much busier during the November timeframe. Some important dates and deadlines. The application can be submitted from October 1st to November 30th. Students will be notified of if they were accepted or not from March 1st to March 31st. The deadline for the FAFSA and CATA, which are financial aid applications, would be March 2nd. And the last date for notifications about decisions is going to be that March 31st date. May 1st is a very important date. This is a deadline to submit your state of intent to register. That means you're committing to that school, you pay the fee, let them know that that is where you will be attending in the fall. And then finally, July 15th is the deadline for submitting AP exam results. They must be either postmarked on this date or submitted by this date. The UC application is just one application for all 9 campuses. The fee for each campus is $70. You can pay with credit card or by mail, and these fees are non-refundable. However, you do have the opportunity to see if you qualify for a fee waiver, which these questions are embedded within the application in the About You section. If you qualify, you will receive up to 4 fee waivers, 4 campuses fee waivers. There are no letters of recommendation for the UC application, and in fact, they won't be considered. And also, please do not submit your AP scores yet. You'll do that once you've been admitted and submit your intent. What you will need to get started is a copy of your transcript. You want to make sure you're reviewing your transcript and reporting all your grades is exactly as they read on that transcript. You'll also need personal information such as social security number if you have one, and these things are used to match your application with your financial aid package and other important things. So definitely want to make sure to have accurate information there. And then finally, you will be asked about annual income and the number of people living within the household that that income supports, and this will be to determine the fee waivers as well as EOP. Additionally, students will need their citizenship status, their California state ID number. This is located on the transcript next to their school ID number, as well as the credit card or pay by check once the application is ready to be submitted. All right, to go ahead and apply, you can go ahead and click this apply now here. It's also written out if you're just here watching it and not looking at the PowerPoint. The deadline is November 30th, but I definitely recommend getting started early. Do not wait until that deadline. With everybody applying, sometimes it gets backed up and there's glitches in the system. So definitely try to get this submitted before the 30th if you're able to. Starting the application means starting with creating an account. You want to use a personal email for this. You do not want to use the school issued email because they won't be able to email you. And that's the biggest way that they're going to communicate with you. So it's important to check your email often, including spam folders or anything like that. You will be selecting to apply as a freshman fall/September or semester 2023. Even if you have taken college courses while you're in high school, please still know that you are considered a freshman applicant. After each section, you have to go in and click on Save and Continue at the bottom of each page. If you do not do that, it will, any activity more than 20 minutes will automatically sign you out, so nothing will be saved if you don't click that button. So just make sure to do that after each page. So the sections, the first section is about you. This is your personal information about you and your family, including those questions about legal guardianship as well as financial questions. The next section is campuses and majors, and this is where you will let them know what major you plan to apply for or what you're planning to study. There is definitely an option if you don't know what you want to do an undecided or undeclared major, but I want you to also take note that if you're wanting to go into an impacted major, say you're wanting to go into nursing, for example, you don't want to do undeclared or undecided thinking that you could later go into that nursing major. And the reason is those impacted majors do not become available later. You definitely, if you know you want to be a nurse, you want to be in that nursing program, make sure that you go ahead and select that. Otherwise, if you really truly aren't sure what you want to do, undeclared or undecided is fine. Academic history. This is where you're going to put all the information about your education, whether it was high school classes, classes you took at community college, even English, other than language, and math classes you might have taken as a 7th or 8th grader in middle school that are technically college prep. You'll need to report those too, but make sure you're using official documents. It's important that we get the information correct, the correct school, the correct course numbers, all that good stuff. So make sure you have those handy. The next section is test scores. The UC system no longer considers SAT or ACT test scores. They will not benefit you as far as making your application better. They may be used for placement from English and math once you're enrolled, but it will not affect your application in any way, negatively or positively. Subject tests have been discontinued as of 2021. If you've taken one before then, you are able to submit those for the review process or an alternative way of fulfilling a minimum requirement for eligibility. And for your AP exams, you are going to go ahead and report any and all scores you've already taken. If you're planning to take it this year in the spring, you'll go ahead and notate that. The next sections are activities and awards, and it's important to remember in this section, they're looking for quality, not quantity. So if you did a beach cleanup one day and maybe you volunteered at the library for a couple of days or a couple of weeks, but you're looking to go into business and you had an internship where you did that every summer while in high school, they're really looking for you to focus on those bigger things that have more of an impact on kind of who you are or what it is you're planning to do. There are 6 categories. It would be awards and honors, educational preparation programs, extracurricular activities, other coursework, volunteering, community service, and work experience. So definitely want to, in those areas, report that. Then for the scholarships and programs, you should select as many categories that apply to you. There is no limit for this section for scholarships. You can also indicate if you're interested in EOP, Educational Opportunity Program, which is provides support to students who are first generation low income. Next, you'll go on to the academic history. Before you start inputting all those classes, you will see a page that looks like this. The school code is 053868. When it goes down to term systems, here you want to report Mission Hills High School as having 2 different systems. Full year, that was the period we were in COVID, that was your 10th grade year, and then also semester, that was 9th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade. For years attended, it's August 2019 to June 2023. And then also put down the exact dates for each year. 9th grade is 2019 to 2020 and so forth. For the receiving diploma, it will be June 2023. All right, the next section would be the academic history, and this is where you're going to be providing the school with all of the A through G coursework that you've completed, including grades. You can get to a list of all the ones that qualify on this section here if you want to double check if a class is an A through G course or not. Usually you're able to tell in the title. I have a P for college prep, an H for honors, or an AP for advanced placement. A couple of tips when completing this or putting your classes in. If you are currently in English 12P, college prep, the way it's going to look on the application is CSU expository reading and writing. So that one's kind of a tricky one to know. Also, cross off on your transcript any courses that are not A through G. This would be like a PE class, a teacher's aid. And then also note that not all honors courses at Mission Hills are weighted. All right, so just because it has an H in the title doesn't mean it's a weighted course. You want to make sure to list only the weighted course as honors level. A weighted course can be noted on your application if you see a little asterisk, that little star at the front of the course. Academic history, here's an example. This is an honors course because that's what it says in the title, but non-honors over here when indicating if it is a weighted course or not. And this is what the application looks like and asks. If you want, you can go ahead and put this in the comments section. This is in regards to COVID. Mission Hills opened in 2004 and was on a semester system up until 2021. Due to COVID, our school changed from semester term system to a full year system. Our grading system is A, B, C, D, F. However, due to COVID, for the second semester of 2019-2020 school year, the grading system was A, B, C, D, F, P. And that also goes for the following year for a full year. Palomar College, or that would be both dual enrollment and concurrent. You want to make sure to list these classes as college courses, even if they are on the Mission Hills High School transcript. The A through G areas for those include dual enrollment, and they will earn the extra credit point for the UC freshman GPA calculation. So that means they're weighted the same way an AP class would be weighted. It is required that you submit all transcripts, all official transcripts. Again, even if it's on the Mission Hills High School transcript, once you pick that final school and you're submitting that final transcript, it's important to send all original transcripts. So even though Palomar courses might be listed on our Mission Hills transcript, you'll need an official transcript from Palomar and Mission Hills if you took any concurrent or dual enrollment courses at Palomar College. Academic history information continues. This is specifically for our biochemistry class. Our biochemistry class is a weighted honors course offered at Mission Hills High School. You do have the option to pay for the college credit, and if you do, you'll also mark it as a class you took through Cal State San Marcos. For this part of it, you'll go ahead and list it as a spring course that you've either taken in the past or are planning to take this spring, and you'll list it twice, Chem 105 as well as Chem 105L, which is for lab. The grades you can request through Cal State San Marcos to get a transcript. And if you're not planning to take it until this spring, you would go ahead and just plan for that. If you need assistance getting a transcript to find out what that college course grade is, which is different than what you got on your Mission Hills transcript, you can contact the Office of Extended Learning at Cal State San Marcos or contact Dr. Turman for further assistance. Personal insight questions. So there is a total of 8. You are to pick out 4 and complete 4. There is a limited to maximum of 350 words. So make sure to really get in there the core of what you're trying to share. The questions you choose is entirely up to you and should be based on what would reflect or be the most relevant to who you are as an individual. You can go down here to see what the insight questions are, as well as some tips for completing these personal insight. The purpose of the insight is really to fill in those gaps of things that might not have already been disclosed in the application. So for example, if maybe during that COVID years your grade drops a little bit, this would be a perfect opportunity to explain what happened, how you grew, what you learned from that situation, and so forth. After you apply, it would be important to print a copy of your application or save it as a PDF. And then if you need to update your application for any reason, you can go ahead and do so. You'll be waiting for a decision, but you should receive it by March 31st. You won't submit the final transcript or exam scores until after you've been accepted, make an offer, and submit your intent to enroll. At that point, you would then go ahead and order a transcript from each and every school you've attended while you've been in high school. And if you want to learn more about next steps from admission to enrollment, you can go ahead and click on that link there. And that really concludes our presentation for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. After Tuesday, October 11th, again, counselors will be in the Future Center before school for you to assist you with any applications or any questions you may have. Please be sure to stop by. We'd love to see each and every one of you and look over that application before you hit the submit button. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, Grizzlies. Bye.